Okay, so this is a private stream. Uh, Last time I remember I was stuck on a problem called perimeter of island maybe. So perimeter of island perimeter. So this is the question we'll solve today. Uh, okay, so let me close all these tabs first. Can keep this open. Yeah. So let me erase all of this first. How much is this escalator plus LeetCode this monthly $7? The fuck? These things are very expensive in India. For that I'll erase everything. Okay, so we'll get this problem, copy image, and we'll paste it here. What's saying what? Chale di chale. So I hope my audio is correctly audible over here. Uh, the question, let me read the question first. You are given, this is 463 question. You are given a row comma column grid representing this grid I, J, I and grid of I and J equal to 1 represents land, and grid I of J 0 means this is 1 and this is 0. Grid cells are connected horizontally, vertically, not diagonally. The grid is completely surrounded by water, and there is exactly one island, that is one or more connected land cells. The island doesn't have lakes, meaning the water inside isn't connected to the water around the island. Okay, there is one hint I missed, I guess, and there is exactly one island. Okay, there can't be like mini islands, so there is only one island. This is an important key. Then the island doesn't have lakes, meaning the water isn't connected to the water around the island. Acha, there is no water inside this land, so there are no lakes. So if it's connected, that means it's connected and not any other bullshit. One cell is a square with with side length equal to 1. Yeah, normal. The grid rectangular width height doesn't exceed 100. Determine the perimeter of the island. Okay, so in this case, the perimeter is 3, 3, 3, 3, 7, 3, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. So 16 is the perimeter. Okay, so while we are practicing the graph, so this is another question from the graph. So we'll most probably think in that direction only. Let me take this boilerplate code as I do, copy and paste. Okay, but let me first think. uh, so this is 0, this is 0, this is 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Okay, so how's the input given? 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, and 1, 1, 0, 0. Okay, it is given correctly. Okay. Mm, so it seems we have to visit each and every one. Earlier we calculated area. If we just calculate area, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 7, but we don't have to calculate that 7 because some of them has 3, 3, 3, this 2, and then 3, 2. So there is some random shit over here. So if I first try to get the external ones only, mm, no, but then there can be only this if mm, in one of the problem what we did, we in every DFS we added the area like this area 111. So if we wanted to have the answer 7, that could have been directly other DFS will return int and then we just add, but this time it is the perimeter. So what I consider each and every one as 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 चौक 28. So 28 becomes the max perimeter, but we don't want this. So how can we consider this as 3? So if I do for loops, I can go here. There is this is 0, so no issue. No will not run DFS for sure. But this is 1, so we'll run DFS. But what will the DFS do here? DFS will check if top right all the directions are present or not. Top, left, right, and bottom. So this all 4 direction. What we will do on like going in the all directions. What if it's not present, then what we will do? What if present, what we will do? If it's present but not present, present. Okay, what if there is another one is present? That means, let me think, I guess this is it. If I come here, for example, consider this block found and its perimeter is 4. We found another block which is part of island below it, so we'll minus 1 from here, so 3, but we'll add 4 for that. Okay, because this is 4, we didn't find this, so we'll not minus. So this is 4 added, 3 plus 4. We'll check its top, so we'll minus 1. We'll check its bottom, we'll minus 1. Right minus 1, left minus 1. So this becomes 0. So count is still 3. Okay, count is still 3. So we'll move to the left. Top is, so initially 4, but top is there is no 1 at the top, so we'll not minus this. Left no 1, bottom no 1, right to 1, so we'll do this 3. Then we'll go to the right. Actually we will first go to the right and then do the iteration, but we are doing on this one just to get the answer, just to check if it's correct. Okay, we'll go right, same 4 minus 1 3, similar to the left. So 3 3 3, it's currently 9. Then we'll go here, uh, top, so 4 minus top and bottom, so 4 minus 2 is 2. Then we'll go one more, so 4 minus, there is left and there is top, so 2. Okay, and then last 4, there is only 1 on the right, so 1 3. So 3 3 6 3 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16, so it is 16. So this logic we can use, it seems. Okay, so we need to build, we need to write the code now. So I'm thinking about what could be the DFS will have the return type. Maybe it will just say boolean. Okay, DFS can have only boolean. Do we need a visited array over here? We are not considering visited or not, no? So there is no visited required. We'll start from this. So we'll start directly from the loop. We'll need two things as usual. So why my handwriting is sucked. So we need int, these are like rows, these are columns. So rows is equal to grid dot length. Okay, and then int columns is equal to grid 0 dot length. Okay, columns and rows are not equal because it is given in m cross n. It could be anything. I'm not centered to the camera, am I? That's fine. Then we'll run for loop, two for loops, like for, we'll start from 0, like from this cell, int I is equal to 0, I less than rows, for example 4, yeah, less than 4, then I plus plus, then another loop for int j equal to 0, j less than columns, and j plus plus. Okay, so in this one, when we should do the BFS, only when maybe it's connected elements. So if sorry, connected, I'm saying when it's 1. So if grid I row comma column is equal to 1, then only do DFS. So we need a perimeter as well. So int p is equal to 0. I got a message from company, let me check. Okay, not important. mm, uh, so every time we do, I think we should increase it with 4. So p equal to p plus 4, I guess, and then do DFS will get this grid I comma j row column and value of p. I hope so this is okay, and at the end will return p. Okay, then we need DFS function, so we'll write DFS in white color. So we need DFS. So DFS, I'm hoping to have like boolean value only, no? So public boolean DFS will get uh, grid. Should I write the complete syntax? DFS will get int grid, then int row, int column, and then int perimeter. Okay, so now we have to just minus, okay, we just have to minus from this. There are some base conditions like the usual conditions. If uh, row is less than 0 or column is less than 0 or row is greater than these two things, I'll take it out and make it global. We need it here as well. So row is greater than rows, row is greater than equal to rows, or column is greater than equal to columns. Okay, in all this condition, just return but. This is boolean type. Let's see, we'll figure this out while writing the code. And when also return now perimeter is 4. We just have to find if top, right, left, bottom present or not. Okay, so p equal to we don't have ternary operator like JavaScript here, so maybe if DFS is true, like top grid. What does top means? Top means I plus 1 and j will be same. So row plus 1, column will be same, and perimeter p. If this is true, that means top present, and we just do p equal to p minus 1. Okay, we can have like or condition here, it seems, but we'll write it like here. If DFS grid row minus 1, column same, that means down element, niche wala element. In this case also we'll do, I know I'm writing more code over here. I can do or condition, but just to understand this very well, I'm writing it here. Okay, I'm not streaming it live, it's a private stream, so if I solve this, then I'll make it public. DFS will pass grid, will pass, now row will same, column plus 1 p, and then p equal to p minus 1. Okay, if DFS grid row will stay same, column minus 1 p, and then p equal to p minus 1. Okay, so but this is like false maybe. And when we will return true, then when we have to return the true is present. So if not of this, end may maybe return true. End may return true. Is it correct? There might be more conditions for returning false. Let's start. So pen and paper ka kaam is over, it seems. We'll write the code whatever we have understood here, and let's see if this shit works. So int rows is equal to grid dot length. I can't take it out because grid is being passed over here, and then int columns is equal to grid 0 comma length. Okay, and then for loop, uh, int, should I write row? Yeah, I'll write row. It's more readable, and row is less than rows, not Titanic wala rows, but just row. And then row plus plus inside this, int column is equal to 0, column less than cols, and column plus plus. Okay, let me refactor this, yeah, because I have a little OCD. And then if grid row slash column is equal to 1, then only do like DFS. Okay, and we'll write DFS. We need int p is equal to 0 right now, and at the end we have to return p because the return type is int. And then here we'll add like p is equal to p plus 4. You might be asking why I'm not doing shorthand assignment, why I'm not using shorthand assignments. So fuck off. This is my code. I'll decide what to use. Okay, so public boolean, DFS. I don't like DFS name, like check all directions. This is a more readable name. Agar if I come to this problem after like 10,000 years, then how would I know, okay, this what does this DFS means? So check all directions. It will take this grid. Okay, then int row, int column, and then int perimeter. These all things. So we'll pass grid row comma column comma perimeter. Okay, so we are passing this by reference. And will this work in Java? Let's see. If we want these two things here as well, I'm not gonna pass this every time. Int if row is less than 0, or column is less than 0, or uh, row is greater than equal to rows, or column is greater than equal to columns. Okay, in all these cases return false. Okay, and if present, I think this logic is wrong. If present only, when, in which condition it will be true? Mm, this present return true. I guess in every condition. If DFS, I'll just copy this. If this, then do p equal to p minus 1, and maybe return true, or I'll do return true uh, for stop plus 1. Then same if uh, minus 1, then I'm doubtful about this true false logic here. I didn't think I didn't have any other thought right here, so I don't have any other option just but to try it. So at the end I'll return true, and let's see what errors it gave. Stack error means we are running it for quite some time. So row plus 1 and p equal to p minus 1. So do we have to again check if the I comma j is 0, or if this, we are already checking this. So if this equal to 0, then also return false, is it? Whenever we are getting the stack overflow, that means we are missing out on any of the conditions. Mm. Hmm? कॉल चालू आहे, मी बोलतो तुम्हाला नंतर. We are missing out on one more condition. Row p, and maybe if p is less than 0 also, or p is less than 0, then also we are done over here. So that means 0 rows or column. If row greater than equal to rows, this is correct, no? Rows greater than 0, that means rows here like 4. If row value is 4, then also return false. We are missing out on some condition. Let me see the last problem that we did over here. Grid column 0 visited. These are pretty standard conditions. So why the stack overflow here? This is not even live. I could have asked for your help. Check all directions, stack overflow. How can I do it? Is there any, is this topics mid-level array, the first search, breadth first search? और अब्बा मैं तो मर गया ओए, शदाया मुझे कर गया ओए, कोई दिल पे काबू कर गया और इश्का दिल पे मर गया, आंखों ही में आंखों तो मर गया ओए. Equal to so equal to this false. How would I know in such conditions what I am missing? If in interview such condition arrives, then my complete mehnat is waste. How? Can I debug over here? Upgrade to premium to debug this. I need to debug this. I have this VS Code. So question number is 463. 463. Okay. This question code now. Can I debug over here? Let me copy my code. Where is the run option over here? Code now. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so if I test default test cases, okay, if I can debug, there is no option to debug. Can I add a debugger over here? This is not JavaScript. I'm not able to debug. Can I see some? Are there any hints? Topics, similar question, discussions. For beginners, don't be frustrated if you weren't able to solve it. I have solved 400, but it looks like a medium problem for me. Hint, it's a DFS problem. If the next call is out of boundary of water, then increase the perimeter by 1. Oh, increase the perimeter. We are decreasing the perimeter. Can I ask ChatGPT? Let's get some help because ChatGPT don't give me final answers, just hints of where I'm going wrong here. You are very close, okay. Thinking but going wrong in 3 steps. Check all direction. P is passed by value. Even p changes inside check all direction, the original p in island will not change. Okay, so it seems that we need to change the return type to p only, like integer. uh, this is something p is passed by value. How int p passed by value works in Java? Like, I'm very new to Java, hence these basic questions I'm continuously getting. So let me read. When you pass a primitive variable like int p to a method, Java uses pass by value, meaning it creates a completely independent copy of the variable value and passes that copy to the method's local stack frame. Because the method only interacts with the copy, any modifications to the p inside the method have zero effect on the original. Okay, so we can't pass that value like this. Pass the value to the method, modify this system out println original. So output 50. Visualizing memory stack. You can conceptualize how Java handles memory allocations on the cell stack during execution. Before the method call, the main method stack frame holds original 10. When modify original is called, Java reads the value 10 from the original. Inside the method p50 updates the modify. Okay, all in all we can't pass it like that. Let me ask here. No, it might give us a solution which is wrong. So p is passed by value. Even p changes inside check all directions. The original p in the island perimeter will not change. This problem doesn't need DFS for every land. Then only check its for immediate neighbors. You don't need to recursively visit the neighbors of neighbors. Your recursion can run forever because you don't mark visited. So we need visited at the end here. So but how will pass the p then? So do we even need to pass p to the DFS? No bro, don't pass DFS p here. If up is land, p minus minus. So your helper should check. Also, this is not really DFS problem, it's more like a grid neighbor counting. Yeah, I'm confused. I have lecture at 8:30. So this is supposed to come inside here. Okay. Mm, and not check all direction. It's is land. Okay. Don't send P. Just check this is land is land is land. Okay. And is land is nothing but this condition is not required. Is land is nothing but this maybe. This not required it seems. uh, if grid row plus 1, column is land, then minus 1, simply p minus minus, mm, so this, okay, row minus rear, and this is this, and column minus 1, column plus 1, and row will remain same. P minus 1 is nothing but p minus minus, p minus minus, p minus minus. Okay, yes, it will, let's see. Hmm. Okay, we need these conditions. Will just return if any of this is this, will just return. Mm, return p, or like continue. No, or return p. Still index minus 1 out of bound for length 4. Hmm. Not this, but what if the row equal to 0 and column equal to 0? This should be like, this should be like only if row equal to greater than 0, column greater than 0. I guess this is not it. Okay, if row greater than 0 and mm, I'll add this here and not here, here, column okay, and row should be less than rows, row should be less than rows. Okay, and this should be column, a column less than calls and row less than rows. Still index 4 out of bound, so row less than I'm going somewhere. I guess we need a function, another function over here, which will check if it's a land or not. So maybe we need that function here. Public boolean is land, will pass grid to this int 2D array of grid, then int row, int column. Okay, and then we also need visited, it seems. So uh, boolean 2D array visited is equal to new boolean of size rows comma columns. Okay, 4 means 0 1 2 3, yeah, columns this, and will mark every, so we'll just see key is land for this, is land grid comma row, and should we need visited also here, so we need visited. Okay, so we'll copy this here, here and here. Okay, and then rows plus 1, rows minus 1, row nothing plus but minus 1 column, and then uh, plus 1 column. Okay, so this should be it, and then is land is boolean, be boolean, and then in this one these conditions still seems pretty true, so we'll get this, we'll add this here, comment, remove comments. Okay, so if this is this, then false, uh, else return true. Okay, so This I got a company message. Okay, review the PR. I'll review it tomorrow. Then okay, is land grid this? It will just give us true or false, p minus minus, and then every time this loop runs, we'll add +4 and then do this. So it seems okay right now. Is land in a class solution cannot be applied. Is land, is it out of the solution? There is some bracket missing over here. So this bracket is this bracket is this. What's the problem? Uh, Method isLand in class solution cannot be applied to given types. So did we pass visited? Yeah. Huh. Okay. So we also didn't used boolean to the visited, and we have to mark visited row column is equal to true. This particular block to be visited, should it come first or last? Okay. Visited, and then do we have to check only if it's not visited? If it's visited also, if it's visited row column, then also return false. P perimeter P is no more required because we understood the issue. In Java we can't pass it by value like int. Okay, something passed. Output 4. Okay, and output 57. Fuck, we are so fucked. It's not even close. Sacho kattas. So P. Or maybe we can do this P plus plus if the land is found. If this is found, for example, this is found. No P plus plus. ChatGPT was saying anything else as well. P plus 4 is correct over here, but maybe P plus 4. We have to do this only if it's visited. Only if it's 1. So all this logic should come under if grid row and column is equal to 1, then inside this do this P plus 4 and all. 21, somewhat reduced. This condition is not required, it seems, because we are checking already inside. Okay, this, okay, we got 15 now, so this condition was the culprit. Visited row column, then this, or should we do this in the beginning? No, in the end. Columns. Okay, we are off by one value everywhere. So if acha, we are missing out on this condition, if none, then it's already, if it's covered by all, then it's 0 in this case. I wish my chat was here. Let me make my stream public. Okay, save, and let me get the guys to help out here. I'll wait for the people to get in here. Let me get this chat over here. Okay. Not when all the guys will be here to get something to eat. We came so quickly. हाँ यार, I was I was actually streaming. Uh, like I was streaming privately because I didn't know कि मेरा काम आ जाएगा बीच में. So काम खत्म हो गया and I was doing this. So this is the problem I was solving and I need help at this point. There is, I'm missing by one this problem. भाऊ आज लवकर. हाँ यार, जल्दी आ गया. So I thought I'll quickly do one question before stream, at the beginning of the stream, and then I'll start the new project of Spring Boot, which is the URL shortener. Is most frequently asked in the interviews now, so that I wanted to start. So I come. Can you guys please help me out here? this is a question I was solving. So in this one, every we need to find out the perimeter of the total land mass. You guys are there? Yes. तुम्ही दोघंही मराठीच आहेत ना, सो इट्स ओके. याचं ना पेरिमीटर फाइंड करायचं आहे. मी सध्या काय केलेलं आहे, इथून फॉर लूप्स चालू केलेलं आहे या पॉईंटपासून. इथून चालू केलं आणि प्रत्येक याच्यावरती जात आहे. आय एम चेकिंग की जिथं जिथं वन आहे, म्हणजे इथं जिथं लँड आहे तिथंच इज लँड फंक्शन रन होते. इज लँड इज जस्ट विल गेट इफ दिस इज अ लँड. ओके, इफ दिस इज अ लँड, current element is land, then uska top is land, bottom, right, left, everything is land, then we'll just reduce to like do p minus 1 from the perimeter, p equal to p plus 4, and then we'll start to reduce p minus minus, because not all the land mass has the 4 perimeters, some has 3, some has 2, so likewise, and some has 0. So that is the thing. Island function is simple. I have kept it very simple. It will just it is just a boolean function. It will check if it's visited, and all this condition will be checked. Then mark visited as true, and I'm not checking if uh, if maybe grid grid row column equal to 0, and in this case return false. This should be the condition, I guess. uh, Return false, else return true. 21. So shouldn't I check this here? Nobody is helping out here. So if I comment this condition, because anyways I am checking this, no, but I need this condition here. It will increase more. It will go in like 54, 55 some range. Yeah, 57. So this is required. मला भूक लागली, आधी मी जेवण करून आणि मग सॉल्व करेल आता. The problem is I cannot pause the stream. That's why I have to continue, even if I am hungry. Anyone? This row comma column false, visited true. In such times I really feel JavaScript is much better, easier to write code. Can someone help me out here? I'm doing some silly mistake, it seems. I came here mm, look down, look up, there is nothing, so it will return false. Okay, so up down plus, no idea man. Okay, ओके मी क्विकली थोडंसं जेवतो आणि सॉल्व करतो. Row visited, why this condition is adding ज़्यादा value here. It's okay Thorfinn, although two conditions have passed now. 21, this 4 is 4. Can I see how many conditions are being passed? One, oh, 5,000 test cases are there. Wait, I'll be back. Okay, guys. Mangesh typed something and he deleted it. Why so, Mangesh? You know, I can see the deleted messages as well. I just have to go to my phone and check. See the deleted messages. Okay, where is the keyboard? Okay, something wrong. Only 191 test cases passed means we are off by a lot. Okay, so this function looks correct to me. If length rows column 0 calls this and visited true and then return true. This all looks too good to me. Mangesh, काय delete केलास? What did you delete, bro? It's coming early live is not right for you guys. I thought I'm coming live very late, so that could be a problem for most of you like who want to sleep early in the weekdays. Hence, it feels right to me. I don't know. Should I mark the first value visited? Mm, nope. Or should I mark visited inside this? Why there is a need of an another function? I tried jotting this inside this function, but these conditions were like tedious to handle in this function. How would you handle in this one? The problem I think is the visited, because in the beginning solution I didn't use the visited. So if I remove visited, because I don't think visited is necessary over here, and this visited, because we can visit the same element can be two times, is land cannot. Mm, okay, so why I started using the visited, I in the my if you see my this solution I didn't use the visited. I was clear about not using the visited. So this is not required. Yeah, it worked. Oh, it worked. Beats 30% only. Okay, how can we improve a little bit? Mm, if this, okay, we don't have to check, but no, if this is this, it might throw us the situation over here. So this, there are so many if conditions. How can we uh, reduce these if conditions? Mm, can you reduce the if conditions? I don't think we can. Mm, I think this is the best solution for this one. Okay, so I have finished all the BFS problems, I guess. Rest of them are like paid problems. Uh, can I think of, can I, do I still have any problems? Uh, Let me check the problems. Hmm, this neighbor graph. There was a list of problems. This is solved 797 all paths from source to target. Time needed to inform all employees 1376. This is a locked problem. Oh, it's letting us solve. I didn't really understand. This is showing subscribe to unlock the frequency, but if I'm clicking on some of the problems, it's letting me to uh, do this. Indie bhai directly into, and can you do without using an function put and condition over there check visited. Okay, I'll try directly into the condition. मैं शुरुआत में I was trying like that only, but I wasn't successful. इंडी भाई कहाँ हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, कहाँ हो रहा है कहाँ हो रहा है भाई. लीड कोड प्रॉब्लम्स ट्राई कर रहे सॉल्व करने का. So you are saying, Mangesh, can you do without using a function put and condition over there to check visited? Uh, no, visited though we don't have to check first and foremost. We have to check this only. Instead of 0, we have to check 1. But it will give the out of bound issue because see, just wait, firefighter flight is going. Oof, too much noise. It will happen 4 times. So if you are saying I have to check this, but we have to do this row -1. ब्रदर आप कौन से डेवलपर हो, मतलब डोमेन क्या है? मैं वेब डेवलपर हूँ भाई. आई एम इन टू फुल स्टैक डेवलपमेंट, मोस्टली फ्रंट एंड इज़ माई फोर्टे, फ्रंट एंड एंड डिप्लॉयमेंट्स. तो दिस विल नॉट वर्क. यहाँ पे अरे आउट ऑफ बाउंड इशू आएगा. वॉट एल्स यू आर सेइंग समथिंग? Wait, let all this slide pass first. Mangesh, you still there? Are you still here? ये इशू आएगा अगर मेरे को यहाँ कॉलम -1 और ये करना है ना. इट विल गो आउट ऑफ बाउंड. हाउ एल्स वुड यू डू? आई हैव टू ऐड ऑल दिस कंडीशंस ओवर हियर. So if you are saying if I go inside here, put all these conditions here. Okay. साला, तुम लोगों को आवाज आ रहा है क्या? Like this, if you want to, if you are saying like this, and then this row -1, and then instead of this column -1, this, but वो हम एक pattern follow कर रहे थे, you know. I shouldn't change the pattern. That is one more reason to have a different function. It is a pattern, so this is not required. See this types का issue हो जाएगा. अब ये int है और मैं यहाँ पे क्या रिटर्न करूँ फिर? रिटर्न p ओनली, रिटर्न p. Does anyone live near this Viman Nagar area? Is anybody from Viman Nagar area? See, index -1 out of bound. Even though I'm checking this, this will be a hell lot of conditioning that we have to do. This is unnecessary. It is making the code complicated. FYI मैं ये ट्राई कर चुका हूँ पहले, ऐसे स्टार्ट किया था, देन आई केम टू दिस. Brother, which developer? Yes, bro. I see any advice for me? I just used to be web dev full stack. Learn TypeScript, Next.js. Man, अब job गया मेरा 2 months पहले. Oh, apply करते रहो यार. You are an immediate joiner, so companies will be happy to take immediate joiner with such kind of experience, full stack experience. So keep applying to the jobs right now. Don't do anything fancy. Just focus on your current stack. वो एक दो इंटरव्यू दो, उसमें पता चलेगा कि what things you are doing wrong, and then prepare on that only. The first priority should be get into any kind of a job as soon as possible. Because ज़्यादा gap हो जाएगा, then it will be difficult for you again to get into any job. Okay, so my plan was to start a Spring Boot project. Hence, I came a little bit early today live because I wanted to solve one question, not to break the streak, and then do that. So, do you guys want me to solve one more problem in the similar type? Time needed to inform what topic is this mostly? Staff tree. It's a tree. Is it a tree question? Bro, can you explain me an JWT? JWT का मैंने पूरा स्ट्रीम किया हुआ है ना. JWT is basically authentication token, okay, and code, not theory. Bro, can you explain me an JWT token and code, not theory? So तुम्हें मेरे को फिर कोड दिखाना है तो मेरे को प्रोजेक्ट ओपन करना पड़ेगा. क्या नाम है, इंटेलिजे. It's opening. So So this is one project in which I have used, I guess my screen is visible. I hope my screen is visible, Mangesh. Okay, so let me see which project is this. Spring Boot, Angular authentication backend. Okay, this is the back. So do you want to see only code or do you want to see it in working? Like I have to run the front end and I can show you end to end how it works. Do you want that? Brother, do you want that? Mangesh, dashboard response user. हाँ हाँ ये जावा है bro. The code guy it's Java. I'm also from the JavaScript TypeScript wala guy, but I have on these streams I'm learning Java. So I want to get into Java backend more. So that's the whole goal. So that's why I'm preparing on the Java. Only code. Okay, so let me think in the simplest way. How can I explain you this uh, JWT service? Okay. So from the dependencies also you need to know pom.xml, pom. And just explain and filter for an role based authentication नहीं है इसमें. Role based authentication is a different thing, but it's not so difficult. It's just a simple thing that I haven't implemented in this one. This is only JWT based application. Okay. So in this one, the three dependencies which are required is this JSON web token, this another JWT, JJWT IMPL. All those are from JSON web token. I know the working of an Spring Boot. तो क्या चाहिए भाई तुम्हें फिर? क्या चाहिए फिर तुम्हें see there is this method generate token. Okay, so generate token from JWTs, it's a method, and we are building the token. So the token basically needs email, issued date, expiry. These are the most important things that we need. Sign with is get signed key. Key is something that we need to create. So I have created one personalized key. Usually we have to get the key from the service that we are using, but right now I'm not using any service. It is the basic JWT implementation. So that's why I have like get signed in key. It's just a simple signed in key. Okay, it's nothing this. So keys dot this, and if you go and see the secret, it is just a key that I have written. Okay. No, I have written key. Now I have moved that key. So see, this is the key, simple key that I have changed in the deployed files. So this is key. This is expiry time I have kept like default 24 hours, and the architecture also. ठीक है. जितना मेरे को आता है मैं उतना एक्सप्लेन कर जितना मैंने किया है यहाँ पे. सो दिस इज द मेन मेथड दैट वी वांट, जनरेट टोकन. सो इन while using this method we have to go to the filter. This is the important thing, JWT filter. Okay, so every request will come to filter first and then will go to the controller. That is what I have understood. So in this one I have to like see from every request that it contains a bearer token first. Okay, and then there is one file as well. I'll show you. Do internal filter and कहाँ गया वो? User not found. Application config, authentication provider, and security config. Yeah. So let me search this method first. कहाँ गया generate token? Generate token. See, whenever we are logging in, this is from where the method starts. जब भी हम login कर रहे हैं, वहाँ पे we'll do everything, and along with that we'll get the token for the user after the user is authenticated. All this you know that authentication request से we just get a simple string token and we add that token to the user response. Okay, so this user response first call will give us the token from that, and the front end's job is to get that token extracted, save it in the storage, proper storage, maybe session storage, cookie, or local storage. So I have stored it in the local storage, and from local storage, the front end has to send the token for each and every API call. So in the front end, in the Angular side, I have implemented HTTP interceptor. Interceptor is nothing but it intercepts each and every request and assigns that token and pass it to the backend. So when the request comes to the backend, the request will go to the filters. कहाँ गया filter? This filter. So this filter will check the token will contain bearer in that. Okay, this is a necessary thing. So bearer is present. So we have to remove that bearer. Okay, from that and then check the token. So once this key auth header is equal to null or it starts with bearer, if it not starts with bearer, just return. That means it's an invalid request. If yes, then we have to extract the token. So auth header dot substring 7 means 7 is just this length. So we have to remove this from the bearer token, get the token. Then from that token we have to use JWT service and extract JWT token. If you don't know this JWT, you can go to the jwt.io and you can decode the token jwt.io. You can paste the token generated like this. It gives you all the information. Our token is very more elaborated than this. This is the basic one. So you paste the token and you get the email ID. Similarly, the JWT service gives us this method, extract email. We have written this method, get the email, and then check the email this user present in the क्या बोलते हैं उसको TP में present है या नहीं है. So we have to check that in the database. So user details is given by the Spring security in the form of user details. So we have to convert that to our particular request. So that is done internally. So load user by user email. This is another method that I have written in the user service. You can see in the detail, but there is no point. I'm just explaining the flow. Okay. So then in this one, once we find out कि हाँ JWT में जो email है, which is a valid email, user present, then we have to check कि is it a valid token. So how we will check the valid token? Valid token will check the expiry time. Valid token will check if the database user email is, because email is the unique, database का user email is equal to token में जो email आ रहा है. If both are same, token is not expired, then we do the पूरा further authentication. So this is user password authentication. We get the username and वगैरह सब check करके then security context holder को वो पूरे application के लिए we are setting one context which is the authenticated context, and further on we don't have to check all this information. So but there is one more condition that in the security config we have to ignore the current routes. So this is the route. While register, some of the routes will not require the authentication token. So there is register auth, register path, then login path, then forgot password, reset password. These are all permitted. This doesn't need token. When do we actually need the token? Once the user has logged in, once the user has landed on the dashboard. From the point it lands on the dashboard, all the APIs from the dashboard and ahead, those all will need authentication token. So this is how it works. So I hope you got it. मैंने ये पहले भी explain कर चुका हूँ. While I was doing that, I know the working of a Spring Boot and the architecture also. Architecture, there is no architecture present in this one. Architecture comes in when we design a system. If we use Redis cache or any other things, then the architecture का term आता है. This is just a simple application जहाँ पे एक database है, जहाँ पे एक backend application है, and backend connects to frontend directly, and it is a containerized application. This is only the architecture. So yeah, JWT. So this is very basic. Nobody use this in the industry. It is just used in the college projects and all because it was a very old or maybe sometime sometime in the past it might have been used for some time, but it is not a secure method. Right now we have OAuth 2.0 by different uh, services. OAuth 2.0. So yeah, by Google, mostly people use, if you have seen by Google ka iska. So yes, this is the one that actually been used in the industries, Google authentication. So this is also similar but थोड़ा upgraded है ये. इसमें भी user sends a request token. Okay, user login and consent. This goes to the Google server. ठीक है, your app request token, then authorization code. हाँ, इसमें code extra चीज़ है. Code currently we don't have a code. That code is actually a string only, but with the code, if you can, मैं कोई एप्लीकेशन शो कर सकता हूँ उसमें URL में ऐसे कोड लिख के आता है क्वेश्चन मार्क, सॉरी यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन मार्क कोड बिफोर while you are like authenticating the request, then this code get extracted, added to the request, and then a generated token will be sent back to the user like this. And then from that token की वो token हमेशा we have to pass from the front end, and Google's का server will verify those tokens and all. ये बोलने में बहुत simple लग रहा है लेकिन ये implement करने में थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है auth 2.0. There are many situations that we have to think about. I hope you understood, bro. मेरा thumbnail is not this today, so I was thinking of starting the URL shortener application. ओके मंगेश, गुड, और या तुम्हें कुछ और एक्सपेक्टेड था जो मैंने कुछ और बोल दिया? तुम्हें ये पहले एप्लीकेशन साइड में देखना चाहिए हाउ इट्स एक्चुअली वर्किंग. ओके, let me change the thumbnail now because I'll start with this. ओके, क्या बोल रहे हो मंगेश? यस, थैंक्स फॉर एक्सप्लेनिंग. तुम्हें ये इन टू एंड रन मेरे पुराने स्ट्रीम्स में ना, जो लास्ट डे 10 वाला स्ट्रीम है, यू कैन गो इन दैट एंड आई हैव शोन एवरीथिंग हाउ इट वर्क्स. Which one should I learn right now, OAuth or JWT? If it's your first project, then start with the JWT. Okay, if you are really building something for the users, live users, then you need current time ka authentication, which is OAuth 2.0. If it's a learning for it just for the learning sake, then you can start with the JWT. You can start JWT and I'll tell you use refresh token or implement acquire token silent, because not every time we should generate a token once the user is logged in, and if it's still logged in and haven't logged out, then you should send him a temporary token, refresh token. So the main token will last for 24 hours and the short lived token may last for 15 minutes or 1 hour, and then you can use that. So that you can implement, but start with the JWT first. Let me change the thumbnail and the because now the course of the stream will change. Throughout the okay, ठीक है, I'm switching the context of the stream. अगर I want URL shortener, so this is very famous question asked in system design. Okay, also sometimes for LLDs. LLD में इतना नहीं, but system design में ये ज़रूर पूछा जाता है. So we should know how this complete system works. I don't think it will be that much of that much difficult in this one. What will user give us? User will give us simply URL. So URL, that can be long URL. Okay, and अपना response क्या होना चाहिए? Response from the backend that we need is just short URL, and it will be whatever the domain we are on, for example XYZ domain, and यहाँ पे होगा code ABC1. This much is what we have to send. And whenever the user, I'll explain this whenever. Okay, fuck off. Really fuck off. वो है अलबेला मजनैनो वाला जिसकी बेताबी में खुशी वाला, वो किसना है. MySQL यूज करेंगे, then Angular और React will think about that. uh, entertainment and entertainment. Public learning. Okay, then this. Okay, yeah, the course of the stream should change now. Let me close these things. And I'll wait for some time. So do we need a JWT here for this? I guess we don't. Should I stop and start the stream again? I guess I should stop the stream and start again.